For those of you that don't know, I love Polish history. From its Slavic origins to its golden age with the winged hussars, and to all four partitions. You see, it was Poland's unique history and the fact that I am of Polish descent that gave me an interest in history, and when I learned it well enough, I progressed up to learn a lot about history, giving me the knowledge that I have today. So if anyone wants to be good at history, if you're a history amateur, then I suggest taking a piece out of Poland's book. I imagine it will help. Now on with the video. In this battle, often called the Polish Thermopylae, the Poles had about 100 winged hussars, which were considered to be the finest cavalry in all of history, and 300 companions, which were basically just hussar squires. The Crimean Khanate had an estimated army of in between 25,000 to 40,000 Tartan raiders and other cavalry, so they outnumbered the Polish 100 to 1. However, before I explain, I'm going to go into a bit of background first so that you all understand. At this time in history, Poland, among many other nations, were fighting in the Great Turkish War. And if you are a history buff, then you will have known that during the Great Turkish War at the Battle of Vienna in 1683, the Polish-Lithuanian force and its allies destroyed the Ottoman army, leading to its slow decline. However, this war was nowhere near done, and 12 years later, the Crimean Khanate, who was allied with the Turkish, decided to launch a huge raid on Poland and Lithuania with the objective to capture lots of slaves and pillage the Commonwealth. Poland, who understandably did not want to be enslaved and pillaged, decided to send out a force of 400 cavalry, just unaware how large the Crimean numbers were. At the beginning of the battle, the Polish cavalry charged their 400 horsemen at about 1,000 Crimean vanguard, and destroyed them, forcing a retreat by the Khanate. This greatly boosted morale for the Poles, but they also soon retreated to the town of Hodow and fortified it, as their numbers were too small. During the battle, the Polish forces resisted fiercely, driving the horde back time and time again. They eventually ran out of ammo and continued to fight back using sabers, spears, and arrows from dead Crimeans. Eventually, the Crimeans repeatedly asked the Poles to surrender, but to no avail. After negotiations failed, the Tatars decided to call it a day and scramble back to their Khanate. The Polish forces of the battle suffered less than 100 casualties, while the Tatars suffered over 4,000 killed and wounded. So, yeah, thank you for watching. If you haven't known already, Freddie Murphy TV, so the channel with me and my friends, has come back after we made another video. And I'm sorry for not uploading in 5 months. As I mentioned in a few previous things in the discussion and comments, I was working on the history of an island nation, but this country's history was so unique, diverse, and it was just too awesome to put in one history video. So I'm gonna try and work on that over the next, I don't know, long time, I suppose. But until then, I'm gonna make a lot of shorts about Polish history, Canadian history, American history, and so on. I like all kinds of history. I don't just want to be based on one particular country. But if I had to choose, it'd be Poland and Canada, because I'm Canadian, and Poland has an awesome history. But, yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching. I'm sorry if I have bad sound quality, and I'll just continue working on that, and I might not upload for the next, I don't know how long, but I have exams next week and I have to study a lot, and I was under a lot of stress. But then today I made this and completed it in less than 6 hours, and I'm really proud of myself. So it means a lot that people like and subscribe so that I can actually make more things. Anyhow, this is History with Easton, and thank you for watching.